All right. Well, Mitch, you're doing the intro, so
What do I say?
just
Wait,
say.
the intro. Have you heard of Anchor?
He's not the anchor one.
No, you could just say welcome to the end of your thing. Byron, did we go live yet?
This is not gonna go.
Okay,
well.
no, this is how it goes.
Absolutely not.
If it sounds like
No,
shit,
we have not went live yet.
No,
It sounds like shit. What?
if it
It's
sounds
live.
like
There's
shit,
no
we all-
editing it.
Yeah, there's no editing, dude.
Oh, this is live.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh
this
my.
this is gonna be bad.
Say-
It was live last year too, wasn't it?
Mhm.
At least
was.
y'all's portion, like the main one that happened.
I don't fucking
Yeah.
know. Martin just sends a text saying it's going live like 5 minutes before the podcast. I'm like, okay.
This is why you RSVP on fucking Google.
What does that have to do with telling me
Jacob-
it's going live?
Jacob, I hope you have a band-aid because you're about to get hurt, man. I'm about to rip
My
you
man
so
has a
hard.
battle. He's
I
good.
do.
You-
What the fuck did I do?
Oh, karma's a bitch. It catches up to everyone. You wait, man.
Remember when you called us fans an idiot? He's still holding on to that.
That was like what was that, 2 years ago?
That was like 5 minutes ago, to be fair. Also,
That's true. That was like right before you got on. But yeah, also remember enunciate words, all right? End of year podcast. Level 7
Oh,
for-
we are
plug
on.
it.
We're on a whole different thing. Okay.
Oh, are
No.
we on Twitch?
No,
No,
we're on
I had
YouTube.
to-
I don't know.
On
Mitch fucked it up.
Streaming?
No, Mitch fucked it up.
Oh.
How'd I fuck it up? I
It's-
didn't do anything.
Well,
I
remember
just
when?
hopped on
That's the
here,
point.
said, told Patrick eat a dick again, told Jacob to get a band.
Well, he can hear you now say
somehow I
eat a
fucked up
dick, but
YouTube.
all right. But it's okay.
Recording in progress.
Mitch, go ahead and enter, man. Say the intro.
Welcome everyone to the L7C podcast. My name is Mitch Osa, the greatest future presentation leader you have ever heard in your life. I am here with a plethora of people, starting with the GOAT, Martin, and the Captain, Byron. And then I don't want to give everyone else nicknames, so I got Cedric, I got Jacob, Andrew, Sarah, Nikki, and I think that was it. And then all the other
Chelsea.
fantastic...
What the heck?
And Chelsea. Well, Chelsea, I was just going off the names
Wow.
at the top there, so I sincerely apologize. And,
Oh my god, you have glasses too.
no, I'm actually not wearing my glasses. If you want to see my lovely face,
Not really.
everyone. Well, I will say all the Dragon Ball listeners, they need to see my face. There we go. Kerblam. I need a haircut.
They just immediately unfollowed. Thanks.
Viewership, it's like a GameStop. Like stock, you know, it just goes up and then plummets down. So, but God rest Robin Hood. But anyways,
Never let into the intro again.
That wasn't a bad intro.
Bruh, stop. He called you the GOAT. That's the only reason why you were happy.
No, I'm saying it wasn't bad. He didn't
You're
stutter.
just sad that you're the first person I stopped giving like titles.
I know, actually, I am. I am. You better give me my credit, bro. I helped found this shit.
That's
Yeah,
true.
found it.
That's true.
Fair enough. Well, everyone, it is the best podcast you will ever listen to, and this is the one, the end of year podcast, where we talk about how the year went, how it's going to go in the future, and Martin's going to give us the results of the top 10 most listened to podcasts of the year, and we're going to debate if those rankings are justified or how people are going to do better, and of course I'm going to be at top because that's just how it works. So Martin, I'm going to hand you back the reins because I don't know where the hell to go from here. So,
God.
Thank you. Well, from actually, Captain, do you want me to do stats now, or do you want to leave that for last?
We can do stats now and then. Just
Alright.
us the rear.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is give the people who are on here their stats, the episode, how many they did, their total listens on all their episodes, and their averages, and then I'll go to the top 10 of the year, and then I'll say the top 10 of all time, and then we will just go from there and do some question stuff. All right. So first off, let's start with the captain, Byron Mitchell, and all these counts stopped on December 16th, 2022. So for people who had an episode after that, like Andrea had an episode come out like the day after that, that didn't count. And Chelsea has 4 episodes in queue, so they don't count.
Dang.
Just
Put
like-
in work, Chelsea.
I'm excited for all 4 of those.
Thank you.
how much
Okay.
is Martin paying you? Good God.
Hold on, who's supposed to be
I haven't
editing
done,
those.
I haven't done
Byron?
this for-
I'm
What you
editing them.
slacking for, bro?
Two of them
I've been
have
for a
audio
while.
issues. Two
Well,
of them
no,
have audio
Chelsea's making
issues
up
that
for
I'm
my
working
lack
through.
of production.
Yeah, I'm better than
Chelsea,
you. It's okay,
I
Mitch.
haven't done anything in fourth quarter, so
You really have.
You really haven't
That's
done
a fair
shit. You
statement.
just, I know you're back to work. Speaking of that, Sarah, you're back to work too. You're back.
Yes, I'm excited.
See? Great. But, all right, Byron, you did 50 episodes. Total listens, 463. So your average
I don't know if
listen,
that's large or not.
your average listen per pod was 9.28.
Good. Good.
So
Trying
since
to
we're,
get to 10 next year.
since we're talking about help found, then I go straight to Cedric. Cedric, you did 25 episodes this year. Total listens 212, average 8.48 per episode.
Cool.
Then we'll go to the very first podcast person on here. Mr. Hasn't worked since August, Mitchell. He has done 13 episodes this year with a total listens of 170, averaging 13 listens a pod.
I got nothing. Sweet.
Then we'll go right to his podcast rival, Jacob, who has done 20 episodes this year. Total listens of 210, averaging 10.5. Mitch, are you okay?
No. So I don't know how it is on your guys' screen, but Jacob is immediately right here. Like I'm in the middle. He's right here.
It's not very nice.
And then
You guys are
No,
right next to each other on my
I'm not being
screen.
nice to you at all this time.
Hi. What did I do?
We'll get to that. Anyways, continue.
we'll
Sorry
go
interrupt.
to Andrea. Andrea did 21 episodes, total listens of 257, averaging 12.2 a listen.
All right.
And
I
then,
need 12.2 a pod.
yep, 12.2 a pod. Thank you.
Okay.
And then Chelsea, because you're right underneath on this one. Chelsea, you've done 7 episodes this year, 118 total listens with an average of 16.8.
Wow.
Wow.
Hit the home
Impressive.
run.
What does that
On
even
the
mean?
Kanye.
That average 16 people minimum listen to your episodes.
Is
That's
that
so cool.
is that just on Anchor, or does that include YouTube or anything?
All
else?
these are just the anchor stuff.
Oh my God, here we go.
Oh no. Oh no.
In YouTube.
Right underneath, Sarah, who has done 6 episodes, has 73 total listens with an average of 12.1.
Oh, wow. That's higher than I expected.
And then Nikki has done 7 episodes with 76 total listens with an average of 10.8.
We out here.
And that is for the people who are currently on right now.
Impressive.
So going from there, the top 5 total listens, most listened people, well, Byron's number 1, Andrea's 2, Cedric's 3, Jacob's 4th, Mitch is 5.
Jacob's not top 10. I mean, top 5?
No, Jacob's the 4th most. He's underneath
Oh, 4th.
Cedric,
Oh, okay.
like with total listens.
Total listen.
He's laughing because he's above Mitch.
Right, yep, I get it now.
But then,
I'm trying not to interrupt. I've interrupted a lot. Trying not to,
I'm
just
so
trying to
proud
shut
of
my
you.
mouth.
and then, all right. So top 10 episodes of 2022 as of 12/16/2022. There's actually a lot of ties on here, so we'll start from 10 and work our way up. So 10 and 9 are tied for 10th or whatever. Is Andrea's My Hero Academia Valentine Day Special.
Aw.
And also tied with that is Cooper's First Birthday, Mitch's Dragon Ball episode. So tied for 10th. And then you go up, and then the next one is The Second House Sold, which was actually a Junior and Jake episode that made the top 10 of 2022.
Where is Junior?
I don't know.
Did you tell him about this?
No, because I didn't want Jake.
Oh,
Well.
dog. See, that's not.
fair.
See, no, man. Jake don't even talk.
Well, he asked about when he can be back on. I was like, never.
That's messed up.
Wait, what podcast was that? Junior and
It was Junior and Jake
Jake.
talking about their second household. They do know that they were in the top 10, though. I did tell them.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the end of the year podcast where you're going to tell the world that they're in the
They
top
could
10.
they could listen to it. They got the link.
You didn't shoot them the link.
I did too. I sent Junior the link in our group message. Nikki's in it.
But you didn't tell them that it was happening today.
It always said on the tweet that it was happening tonight.
Does he follow you on Twitter?
Junior, no. Junior doesn't have access to his Twitter because he got caught up and it got locked out by.
Yeah, see, you didn't just say that. Like, you're already saying too much. You could have really just said he
I'm
doesn't
just
have access to
saying.
his
He
Twitter.
doesn't have
Just left
access
at
to
that.
it. So that was 8. Number 7, top listened one, was Let's Talk Women's Gymnastics by Sarah Bogan in the top 10 in her first full year. And
Makes me
then
very happy.
there is a 3-way tie. We got 3 episodes. We got Mitch again, another Dragon Ball episode, Gas Fully Unleashed. Then we have Evan Debo in the top 10 with the NBA All-Star Weekend preview. And then we have Miss Carly Marlowe with the most badass female video game characters, all tied between that 5, 6, and 7 slot.
Nice.
So then, tied for second place is Mitchell again, Ultra Ego, another Dragon Ball episode, and Justin Ackendale. Are you ready for some football? The 2002 NFL season is here. And then tied for number 1 of the most listened podcasts was He's Vengeance, the most detailed Batman review by me. And then the other one that's tied for number 1 is the Roe v. Wade pod with Andrea, Chelsea, and Cassie. Tied for the top spot.
Yay.
So,
Love it.
and 2 out of them are right here. And you guys, and that is also the longest podcast we have ever done with over 2 hours.
We had a lot to say.
We did. We had a lot to say. It was still pretty fresh. And I mean, we had a lot of more than just obviously the 2 of us here were on that podcast
Right.
to keep a conversation going from multiple different angles for over 2 hours.
Right. So top 10s, Mitch had 3 in there, Andrea had 2, Sarah had 1, I had 1, Cassie had 1, Chelsea had 1, Justin, Evan, Carly, and Junior and Jake had 1 in 2022. Then you go to the top episodes of all time. Number 1 and number 2 haven't changed. They're both Chelsea, Dr. Chelsea, Polices, Women in Sports, and Women Go controversy. There is a new number 3 all time, and that is the first Naruto What If battle with Cedric, Justin, Byron, and Nikki. So that is the 3rd most listened episode of all time. Number 4
Ooh.
is Mitch's Granola is Officially a Problem, a Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 72 review. That is number 4. There is a new number 5. Itachi and Nagato versus Madara with Cedric, Byron, Nikki, and Andrea. And then number 6 is the Naruto Women's March Madness, the first one with Justin, Byron, and Nikki. Number 7 is another Dragon Ball with Oso. Number 8 is Andrea's very first podcast, Girls Love Anime 2. And then number 9 and 10 both belong to Mitch. So in the top 10s of all time, as of right now, Mitch has 4 episodes. Byron has 3, Nikki has 3, Poe has 2, Andrea has 2, Cedric has 2, Justin has 2. Mitch, I know you have a lot you want to say, so go ahead, man.
No, so, well, I mean, what can I say? It's kind of cheating with Dragon Ball just being so internationally, loved by everyone. So, I mean, how many different countries do you happen to have that number? How many different countries have listened to the L7C? Because I swear once a month you pass me the report and there's a new country that just listened to us. So
Byron, we were above the 60s, weren't we?
I believe so.
No, I think
Yeah, we're way past 6. We were like at 69 when I sent it like a couple months ago.
I told you that I thought we were above 100, and I thought
Potentially.
You gave me this big-
Yeah, we have a lot. Like, we recently got, like, Cambodia. like last week. So it is a very international podcast. People do listen. And Jacob, I sent him the people who listen in Saudi Arabia because we thought it was the same people in one house. They were not.
Completely three different parts of Saudi Arabia, which is hilarious.
You can
But
get that detailed into the countries, like
yeah, if you on your computer, you can't do it through the app on your phone. But when you're on the computer, you can actually click on it and see like the country and then where at. So for example, I can pull one up for you guys right now. So if I click on the United States of America, 72% of our listeners in the United States are in Ohio. 8% are in Texas. 5% are in Utah. 2% Michigan, California, Kentucky, then New York, Indiana, Virginia. So yeah, once you click on it, you can get like a detailed.
Utah's number 3.
I mean, that's what Sarah's there.
Okay, that everything's clicking now. This little hamster's actually working in this damn brain of mine. Okay, now it's like, I'm like, what?
What's our connection to Utah? I don't know what it is. What could it be?
I mean, it sounds like Utah's number 3. And then if you go to Canada, 60% of our people in Canada are in Ontario, then British Columbia, Quebec, Alberta. Those are like the top 4. So, get some detailed stuff. But I do want to say congrats. Cassie's not here, and obviously your friends aren't there. But to Andrea and Chelsea having the number 1 episode, especially since it was the most probably important podcast we've had in our infancy. So, the floor is yours to talk about that episode, how you guys felt doing it.
Well, we had to have like a decompressing meal after and a drink. I don't know. I mean, it was hard talking about it, but I think what we said needed to be said, and that conversation needs to continue. Yeah.
Andrea?
In the moment, I didn't enjoy talking about it because I was still so like angry. But it, like, releasing a lot of that frustration, putting it out there, and actually feeling heard by people, is very, I guess, reassuring in a sense. Like, I'm sure some of the people that listen to the podcast definitely don't agree with us, but at least they had the chance to hear what we had to say and maybe had further thoughts on it. And I think that's a good thing. And like Chelsea said, like, it's conversation that still needs to happen. And I'm sure, I hope we'll get, I don't want there to be more opportunities to talk about it unless it's positive movement. But that is also wishful thinking. So I'm sure we will have discussions on that topic again going forward. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm glad speaking for myself, I felt very comfortable speaking my opinion in that podcast, and I really appreciated everybody on that podcast kind of making that space feel so welcoming.
Sarah, newcomer here, and you have a top 10 episode of this year. How does that make you feel about the stuff you talk about?
It makes me really happy. Well, first of all, everyone who listens knows that I love college gymnastics, especially women's college gymnastics. I think it's getting bigger as a sport. It's really growing. There's still a lot of people who need to learn about it. So I really appreciated the platform to kind of give, because there are a lot of like gymnastics nerdy kind of outlets out there, but I really appreciated being able to kind of share my passion for it with more of a general audience, which was really exciting, kind of giving the 101s, kind of giving like context for people who might not be in the world. So yeah, I really appreciated this platform, and I'm just really excited to see that my most basic, kind of most overview episode made it into the top 10, and that's really what I hoped would happen, that it would reach as many people as possible.
And then we have Chuck joining us. Chuck, what's going on, man?
What is good, Martin? What is good, everybody?
So,
Chuck?
Chuck, the MMA expert, just want to give this to you since you are here. You did 14 episodes in 2022. You had 139 total listens, and your average listeners was 9.9.
Okay, nice. We are basically at double digits. I'm gonna round that up and say 10.
That's fair. Fair enough.
I feel better.
So you didn't make the top 10 of 2022, but your wife did, though. So you should take that as a win.
I'll take that. I'll definitely take that win, and I'll let her know, so that way she does more.
Fair enough on that. Cedric is one of the people who did found this stuff when we talked about the top 10 of all time. A majority of them is from your idea from the Naruto What If battles, and a lot of the people who do them are on here. Andrea, Nikki, and Byron. How does that make you feel that your idea dominates our top 10 of all time?
Feels good.
Nice, short, to the point. Great. Well,
No, but honestly, it's just nice being able to like just converse with people. I mean, this was I think honestly, as much as I say found it, I was like fucking with Mitch. It's a really good thing that we've actually done this. I know like we've been talking about doing this for years on years, back like in college, and so it's just nice to see that it's like growing, adding more and more people to it, getting more diverse ideas, and just having us at least like a time to just enjoy talking to people. So feels good. Feels good.
the other people from the Naruto stuff, Andrea, Nikki, Byron, anything you want to add with Naruto and Mitch dominating the top 10 of all time?
First off, congratulations, Mitch, for dominating both top 10s. But it just feels good to, get a couple episodes in the top 10. Still looking for that solo episode to get in the top 10. It'll come one day, but congratulations to all the top 10 members.
Just out of curiosity, Byron, what topic you plotting over there now for 2023? You talk about solo episode. What you plotting over there?
Oh, every end of year podcast he plots every year. That first year he's like, I'm getting in that top 10. It's like now it's like I gotta get a solo one in.
I get a solo one in. Maybe one day.
Justin's connecting. Justin's connecting.
Oh no way! This is we are being scammed. So friggin'.
Well, that's the end of the year podcast, everyone.
There's no way Elon Musk let this bot get through.
Oh my!
Wait, does he own Zoom too?
That's
I don't know. He's
Yes,
muted
dude.
though. Justin, where you at?
He's probably connecting his headset, getting his system ready, his setup. My man got the big mic. He low-key be looking like a Cali, what is it, Cali Dream, that Yu-Gi-Oh player, Martin, that you be watching? He be having that setup, he be like...
Oh, Cali effect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello. Well, the head producer of the L7C has entered the end of year podcast, and his first end of year podcast ever, actually.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Ah, shit.
So, real quick, Justin, I know you were in the chat. You did listen that you and Mitch tied for like the second most listened one of 2022, right? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think so. I'm editing at the same damn time.
Oh, wow. Always at work. Always at work.
Byron, what you doing at the same time?
Not editing, I can tell you that.
So, Justin, you had 18 episodes, 141 total listens, average 7.8 per pod.
Nice.
All right. But real quick, well, it's funny too because the end of year podcast, this is the first time the whole Naruto committee's been together in almost a year.
Yeah.
Reunited and it feels so good.
Last year, Nikki and Andrew, you guys were the newest people. And same with Chelsea because you started like late, like last year, like your very first one. So now with a year in, do you three like feel more confident doing these?
Absolutely not.
Oh, Chelsea.
I always get nervous.
Okay.
Even though
That's fair.
I'm comfortable and I know all of you, and I don't know, I freak out. Yeah.
That's probably like the most confident way I've ever heard anyone say they're not confident. Like sure, just Absolutely not.
Nope. With her whole chest, no way.
Andrea, and Nikki, do you have similar feelings or?
Go ahead, Nikki.
I'm 100% comfy in this hole, as some people like to say. I got no problem. I love podcasts. Even though I've been not shit lately, I love the homie started podcast. I told him, I said, let me know. I'm available. I got experience now.
Andrea?
Okay, so I guess I'm right between these two. I've gotten more confident as time has gone on. I feel like that shows a little bit in some of the language I've been using more recently in the episodes. But I still, to Chelsea's point, like, Martin, you know there are times when I freak out right before the episode, then the episode happens, settle into it, it happens, we're done, it's good, and I feel fine about it afterwards. It's just, I'm right in the middle. I have gotten more comfortable though, so in general, that's a yes.
Fair enough. Our wrestling expert, Jacob, Byron did bring it up before recording. 2 years ago on the very first podcast, you said Mitch's fans were dumb. And Mitch's fans did the MJ meme and took that personally and knocked all your episodes out of the top 10.
Oh, it's a fucking race this year. Past 2 years, it's like I've been running shit. Now it's like this year, I was like, shit, I ain't in any of the top 10s. But that doesn't shock me, considering I haven't promoted jack shit this year like I have in years past. Because, well, Martin, pretty much every episode this year, you've told me, hey, did you do your promo work yet? Like, it's been like 6 days. I know. So, I mean, that's fine. It is what it is. Next year we're coming back stronger, better.
Well, Mitch has things he wants to say to you, so.
Well, you better come back stronger because I have to make this point. So Martin said the 10th spot of this year was
you and Andrew are
podcast
tied
we
for an
did
episode.
Cooper's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
If you had a moment to actually go and listen to that one, there was audio difficulties with that because Martin and I recorded that live in my kitchen, right next to the water tank for my animals, and it's running constant water, so it sounds like a waterfall is going on the whole time. You can't hear a damn word that Martin and I are saying, but my listeners tuned in to listen to nothing, but didn't show up for yours. Your listeners suck. Like I'm going to be like TLC here. Don't go chasing waterfalls, man, because you ain't going. You just need to just drift in the river. Okay, let me tell you.
Yeah.
He laughed real hard after that TLC joke right there. He had to power through. He's like, that's a good one right there. That was right off the top of his head. He's like, don't go chasing waterfalls. Ha!
I will. Just some more things too from our last year end of year podcast, which we did hit a lot of. I think we hit all the goals we said last year. Last year we wanted minimum to get to 4,000 total listens, and as of today, we're at 4,584.
Yee.
So we hit that goal. Another goal is that this was more a Mitch one, but he wanted to double YouTube, our subscribers there, because we were only at like 48 this time last year. Currently, we're at 184.
Nice.
Sir, almost at the 200.
Yeah, so... And then I know another goal, which was set by Evan, is for marketing and differentiating ourselves, is that each person has their individual logo of the stuff that they talk about. And I think we have like 70%. Sarah needs a women's gymnastics logo. Chelsea needs, you need a logo.
Who's to say what it's going to look like?
Just be a hodgepodge collage of like different stuff, and then if you want to add something later, I'm sure if you ask Martin, he'll throw something new together for you. Yours can just be ever shifting.
And then Justin needs
basic and then add one for every episode.
Yeah.
And Justin needs a logo as well for the NFL. We do not have an NFL logo.
Really?
No.
That's surprising.
We're afraid to get sued for that one.
That does surprise me.
That's fair.
You gonna say something, Justin?
Oh, just still the NFL's logo.
Excuse? Huh?
There we go.
There we go. If Pat McAfee gets a letter of like if we get the letter from the NFL to take off down their stuff, we're screwed. You put that shield on there, and it ain't protecting
We
us.
also don't have money to pay them.
I mean, I got a copyright from WWE once for uploading a thing from their fucking game.
You did?
That's ridiculous. I mean, we do have a lawyer, so we don't have to pay lawyer fees in here.
Huh?
Ah, you'd think that.
Cedric don't do that law, I don't think.
Yeah. See, there you go. Keep them guessing. Moving on.
So, also some just stuff from like the Spotify wrap that they do, and they ended like in November. So we at that point created 6,168 minutes of new content, more than 99% of other creators in our category. And I guess we were in the leisure category. So
I was gonna ask what category.
yeah, we're in leisure. We are in the leisure category.
Interesting.
I do listen to most of these episodes while I drive. So
Yeah. Our top countries were USA, Canada, United Kingdom, Brazil, and India. We had a 67% increase in followers, a 6% increase in hours listened. Between all of our followers, whoever follows the podcast, we're in their top 10 podcasts for 59 fans. We're in their top 5 for 54 fans. And for 22 fans out there, we are their number 1 podcast that they listen to.
Aw.
Wow.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
We should find those people.
In a not creepy and threatening way.
Just show up at their
We want to
door,
find
Talk
you.
with them.
just post up, give them a thank you card.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if any of us listen to podcasts on Spotify and you don't listen to other podcasts, that we would be
That's very true.
one of those people.
I don't know, man, because if everyone actually listened to each other's stuff, we'd have more listens.
I mean, I listen
That's
to
also
other people's
true.
stuff.
Jacob, when's the last time you listened to someone
Oh,
else's
see, now you
stuff?
should have never started. With
Oh, don't out us like this.
I'm
Oh,
glad
what
I'm not
one-
the only one, honestly.
I know Cedric listens to other people's stuff because I'm in the car with him and he's listening to like some of our stuff and we talk about it.
Probably the last one I listened to was Chuck's last one.
Hey, let's get it.
That's not bad. 2 years.
Honestly, I'm surprised that you two, Jacob, Chuck, I'm surprised you guys haven't done like a joint one. Like, Chuck, I mean, you two just seem like you guys would go with your topics hand in hand. But
Yeah, because you have all those UFC fighters that transition over into wrestling, and then all the wrestlers who do try and transition over into the UFC. So I see that those two working out, and then also expanding on the combat sports in general, not just UFC and MMA. I think that's one thing that can be expanded on next year.
That actually goes into the next thing, and this is just for everyone here. What topics or who would you want to do a podcast with next year that you didn't get to this year? I know Andrea and Chelsea did one together for the first time, and now they're going to potentially be doing more together next year.
Yeah.
If Chelsea wants to.
Duh. It would be easier if you moved back, though.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm really sorry, but I can't do that.
Ugh.
How would it? Wait, never mind. No. On Zoom. How easier can it get?
Well, I think. I don't know. I don't want to speak for you, Chelsea, but it seems like you like to be and do the a lot of it in person.
I do.
And I think honestly, like now that I basically have a baby mic, like
Oh,
Martin's,
nice.
we could literally just.
Oh,
I
man.
could go to your apartment, you could go to mine, and then
Yeah.
we would just spit back and forth that way. So
Make
in
sure your
that
mic
sense, it
never
could be easier.
malfunctions.
What?
Make sure your mic never malfunctions. Byron had to learn the hard way last time.
Ooh.
Did.
Hopefully not. Mine's mine's pretty new, so hopefully not.
So was Byron's, but
I got mics.
I thought Byron got
Byron,
to
do you
use
have
one.
bad luck? Is that a thing?
No, I got mine from Best Buy like a couple years ago.
And
we're
then
just out of the
Best Buy?
box already.
and my man said, "Oh, I have an important point," and the mic said, "No, the fuck you don't," and cut him off.
And Byron was like sitting there looking at it. I'm like, that's what happens when you buy out of the box.
To be fair, it was a Zoom issue and not my mic.
Okay. All right, Zoom, get it together.
Nikki, what topics do you want to talk about like next year, and like who else do you want to do podcasts with?
Ooh, I mean, shoot.
Oh, Nikki, you hopped on some My Hero ones this year too.
Yes, he
And
did,
I
and
need
it
to
was
keep
fun.
it going because I just watched literally episode ended, I walked upstairs and hopped on this podcast. I just watched the newest My Hero, so yeah, need to hop on that. I need to hop on one with Justin and talk my shit in the NFL. The Dolphins are actually relevant again.
Oh, speaking of Mitchell, I don't think you can come back to football, dude. You gotta take a break.
Never going out.
You gotta take a break. You were getting too hot on that last one.
No, I'm never putting my damn opinion out there for football again. Freaking stupid.
You were getting way too hot on that last one you were on.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the NFL. No. But I stand by Ryan Day slander all day. Sign me up.
You said slander, which means it's not true.
You know what I meant.
Justin, how about you? I mean, you're the producer, so like at the beginning, which is crazy, like 2 years ago, you were getting every episode, like, and you were doing them, and there was only a couple of us back then, but now 2 years later, you only get like the big episodes, and like Byron gets the ones like individually. Like, how has that helped? How do you think that's helped the podcast, helped you? And, like, what things do you want to see from us next year?
Can y'all hear me? Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can hear me. Yeah, it's just freed me up to, like, be able to, like, you know, do other shit with the podcast to make my NFL podcast better. If I did have to choose a podcast to be on, I'm trying to get on the Chelsea Andrea astrology podcast.
Oh!
That shit, I was like, charts? Started texting my mom, like, when was I born?
You know your moon sign?
Yes. Justin.
There you go. You got a part 2.
Justin, what sign are you?
Yeah, Scorpio.
Oh. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Mitch, did you listen to that podcast? Because you were specifically mentioned.
Oh, I unfortunately did not.
Oh, you should probably just like go to the end of that because you were mentioned.
Well, hold on. Well, that won't change the numbers for the year, right?
No, wow!
Stop counting.
I know, it's just a joke.
Oh man, Byron, you do podcasts with almost everyone here. Like, I think you've done a podcast. Yeah, you did one with Sarah with Name Image. You've done a podcast with everyone here. What other things would you want to talk about with everyone here?
I know Mitch, or is it Jacob, brought up that DBZ Abridged podcast they would love to do. I would love to hop onto that one.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I just hop on where I fit in.
Oh, we know.
But I don't have any,
start one
like...
for Tokyo Revengers, Byron? Is that
Oh,
what
we're
gonna
not
do?
putting that
Since
shit
the
on our
season 2's
podcast.
coming out?
Hey, first of all, you can disrespect the anime. That shit's firing up over there on manga. They fucking love that shit. I can't hate on it that hard.
True.
I mean, I actually like Tokyo Revengers.
I know, that's why
Not
it
gonna
was one of those things. Well, you caught it towards the end too, is when
I did.
you started watching with Martin and I, and it was just
I was like,
the
what the
way it
fuck
happened.
is
So
this?
funny.
It's essentially like middle school erased.
Basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sarah, who would you and what would you want to talk about like next year? Like if you can do different stuff and with anyone else.
Oh, gosh, I don't know. I've been thinking about different things. I think most of my ideas are a little bit more serious and not too leisurely.
I mean, we did Roe v. Wade, so I mean, we might as well.
Yeah, I know. We do have some heavier stuff, and I think like I really appreciated some of Chelsea's episodes that got a little heavier, like or like a little bit more serious. Like the body image one, I really appreciated and really enjoyed, and you know, like the Katherine Heigl episode hit on like a lot of really interesting kind of serious things. So in that sense, I would love to do, like, we have a lot of higher education type people, you know, people who've gone to law school and grad school, people with PhDs, people who almost hopefully soon have a PhD. And so I think it'd be cool to do an episode where we talk about that experience for us, you know, whether it's like a mental health kind of direction, or if we wanted to go lighter, we could talk about like how our like personal interests and how we maintain a sense of self through that experience. I think those would all be cool topics. And then I know we talked about a math episode. Mitch and I were math majors together at Capital. And I don't know, we could do something like fun with math or something where we complain about math, I'm open to anything.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm all about complaining and all about math. I'll figure out how to combine
and
them.
we, and we can get Chelsea in on it too. Just a little math major debrief.
So it's great points what you brought about with Chelsea Heppert, because giving her things too, because oh, he's not here. I was going to talk shit. Well, Jacob forgot there's actually like an L7C website. So when he Googled his name and it came up on a website, he forgot that there was a thing. So Jacob,
here.
I'm talking about how you forgot we had a website.
It's not that I forgot. I didn't know.
I said, Martin, did you tell him?
Yeah, I told him. He
Did
had
you
this-
actually tell him, or
Yeah.
was it in like a group chat type of thing?
No, I told him. It was like last year when I was doing those logos and doing like that. So I was like, hey, what do you want me to put on there? And he said X, Y, and Z. I was like, okay. But anywho,
Yeah.
the reason I was bringing that up is because the Body Dysmorphia podcast is the most liked podcast on that website from Chelsea Heppert. And the Katherine Heigl one is also on a Katherine Heigl fan page.
Wow.
Ooh, I'm so cool.
There you go, Chelsea.
And then also with YouTube, a long time ago, Mitch was podcast king of YouTube. He has since been dethroned. That is now the number one spots on YouTube podcast wise is Cedric and Byron, with one of their last Naruto episodes that had 184 views on that. And then number two is Chelsea's with the Frame and Brittany, and then one of Sarah's gymnastics ones are up there, and then Mitch's Dragon Ball, and then a lot of the Naruto What If podcasts round out some of the top podcasts that are listened to on YouTube. So number one on YouTube, Cedric and Byron, congrats.
Thank you. Feels good.
No problem.
I couldn't say it any better than him.
So Mitch, man, what do you want our goals to be next year? What should we strive
Just
for?
keep doubling everything, man.
Doubling?
Double
Okay.
views, double the subscribers. You know, just keep up the good work. You know, just keep growing. That's what we're setting out to do right now, and I think we're going at a good trajectory. So keep it up.
What are everyone's individual goals for their own content they talk about?
Oh, you already know my number one. Make that top 10 single episode list next year.
Okay.
Byron, you want to hop on the train? You want to do a Dragon Ball podcast? Get your name slapped right on it. It's almost just default, man. You hop on. Doesn't matter who talks about it. You'll get the dub. So,
Mitch, remember, Jacob told that to you 2 years ago about wrestling. Don't fall from grace.
That's true.
I just asked if someone else wanted to do it. Enjoy the success. It's just easy. It's like you don't need me. It just makes it better with me. But like you don't need me. So you just.
Andrew, how about yourself? I'll just go from Byron, then work the way.
So for myself, I do want to do more promotion for the podcast and my podcast in particular. I've been this year better about telling people directly, and anybody I've told about it, I think has listened to at least my first one. But they might not be caught up on My Hero, so they want to watch it before listening to the actual podcast. But I think kind of promoting the episodes is more of a goal for myself, especially since now I feel like, I don't know, this might be jinxing it, but there's a local anime shop and the owner's really cool. So I wonder if I can get him to listen to it, and he might get people to listen to it. So that would be bomb. I won't make that the specific goal, but just self-promotion for sure.
Sarah?
Yeah. So I agree with Andrea. I think I want to get better at promoting myself and promoting my episodes. I think, I know Andrea and Chelsea and Nikki were talking about this earlier, but like I'm starting to feel a bit more comfortable with being on the podcast, and so that makes me more willing to share. I think I was like kind of hiding a little bit before. But yeah, I'm just really excited to continue on talking about another season of college gymnastics. And I don't know, maybe I'll talk about some elite gymnastics as well. We'll see what happens. But yeah, those are kind of my big goals.
Nikki?
Be on every Naruto podcast. Started feeling like Justin lately.
Oh!
Gosh,
It's
I
all right. I'm right behind.
Whoa, what?
Oh my god!
Like, I have been so MIA. I'm so sorry.
You
I need
heard
to-
me.
Whoa, feeling like me. I be putting hours in the lab, okay? Chill out on me.
Man, you
We
put
need you
in
on
hours
stage
in the
sometimes.
lab, but you're not in the other league, bro.
Oh my
You
god!
forgot about us. You forgot about the what if. You started talking about the NFL.
First of all, the NFL comes first. Who watches more of it? Put more of anime.
That's a good question.
God damn it.
That's actually a good question.
Domestic
They
or
need the
international?
Yeah,
NFL
domestic or
comes-
the Justin, domestic or worldwide? That's a good question.
Yeah.
Are you talking about us or
Oh.
people in general?
Well, in America, NFL for sure.
Okay.
100%. But fucking
The world?
globally, probably Dragon Ball Z. I ain't gonna lie.
No, we got a lot of anime and like manga people on here, but none of you guys read the manga. So like, Martin and I are by
Who
ourselves.
don't read the manga?
Oh.
I don't read the DBZ one, so
Yeah, you guys don't read. You don't read the super manga that comes out. So
Every month? Like once a month?
yeah, once a month on the 20th.
Yeah, I got that.
How many pages? How many pages are in that?
Typically about 48.
Damn.
This one that came out, what, Martin? It was like 55 or something.
55.
Why don't they just
You think they're
release
gonna
that shit
animate it?
weekly or something?
Because
They're gonna
he's
animate
lazy as fuck, Justin. That's why.
Hey, at least he giving y'all something. He could end that shit and tell y'all to kick rocks.
He should end it and tell us to kick rocks because the shit's trash.
Man, just do
damn.
what Oda does and just take breaks all the fucking time. That's what he do.
Once every month.
Yeah.
That's funny. So Nikki's wants to be on every Naruto. Okay. Any other ones, Nikki?
Yeah, I need to drop a solo one.
Oh!
But I need to drop a solo one.
Okay.
For moderator or just you
Hold on,
talking?
Nikki,
Oh.
Nikki, why don't you do, since Cedric or since Justin does NFL, why don't you do like the hockey? Like I see you're very active with the Blue Jackets and whatnot. I mean, you could be the L7C's NHL expert.
I've mentioned that before.
I don't
it'd be
know if
dope.
Nikki wants to talk about the Blue Jackets because they're ass.
Well, no, so you just talk about hockey in general. I mean,
You
Justin
talk about
doesn't
hockey?
like Justin doesn't
Man.
always talk about the Cowboys. He mentions them every now and then, but he's honest with them when they do fuck up. So,
Which is
Sure.
most of the time. But it's
Oh,
oh,
no.
see, I ain't shoot the shot. She shot the shot. That's me. Remember that. I ain't say shit. She's
I
Wow.
mean, she's not wrong.
nah, but if I say the shit, it's like "Man, the fucking Eagles. And all
Okay.
that stuff.
Hey, y'all doing solid though.
So, Mitch, you said the overall is to keep growing for everyone, but what's your individual goal?
I feel like it's the same goal that I had last year. Try to, talk about something else other than Dragon Ball. Because, I mean, that's my primary source of income, essentially. So, but, like, I show up on the college football podcast. Actually, it was my second one. I've ever-
Then you relit everything.
Like,
Yeah, it's just-
like you banned.
How do
So,
you
like,
band after
I'm
one
probably
podcast,
not
bro?
invited to that one.
That was terrible.
Now the NFL one. I mean, I thought
NFL
that-
wasn't bad. He wasn't bad.
Yeah,
on
I mean
that.
that was fine. I mean, I thought, and one, I don't know if Justin would invite me back. But then two, I don't know if I want to keep spewing my shitty fucking predictions that were wrong all year, so everyone thinks I'm an idiot. But
Just get better then.
just get better. Just go and get a magic 8 ball. Hey, are the Cowboys going to make playoffs? No, I didn't know that.
Not all my takes are right.
Ain't that the truth?
fair.
That's true.
Well, you're more right than me. But
Well, he studies. That's the difference. Justin does real notes. Like when it comes to like episodes for like podcasts and stuff like that, like Justin does notes. Sarah does like topics. Wrestling Jacob, Andrea. Me and Cedric, if we're doing podcasts, we just call each other.
hold on.
And then
I got to shout out to Patrick because this is in the
Oh, boy.
YouTube feed here. He says, First Take does it. Why don't I do it?
Do
So,
what?
Hop on like the NFL podcast and give a stupid opinion. Justin could be the person of reason, and I could be Skip Bayless telling.
Dude, we do not need Skip Oso, man.
He gets clicks. He gets
That's not a NFL show I'm trying to do.
For all that, you might as well just have a show fucking thing with Debo. So other things.
Oh.
Do tanks all damn left and right.
Oh.
That's true. Okay. Cedric, what are your individual goals?
my individual goal kind of conflicts with Nikki's goal. I'm tired of, like, I feel like we're Naruto'd out. Like, we really, like, we've talked about Naruto for like 2 whole years. We gotta find something else.
We're gonna start talking about Boruto?
Oh,
No.
come
Stop
on.
it.
Answer that. You know that. Like,
Y'all can start
what?
reading One Piece.
Again, what like,
Shoot, me and Justin need to do a One Piece
you
pod.
do.
Y'all
go
could.
ahead, do a One Piece.
Y'all
pod.
could. Y'all
Oh,
could.
yeah, y'all do all different anime shit. Like, I'm all for more anime pods, but honestly, there's so many topics out there. So much.
Fair enough. Cedric does have one for the people. Cedric has one cooking for March. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned. Justin, how about you? Individual goals for yourself as the NFL expert or the producer?
Let's see. Get another editor. I feel like Byron has done his time. We need another editor around here. And then just grow the podcast. I'm trying to get some bigger numbers. See if we can maybe get the emails of the people, like our subscribers, and send them shit. Try to grow via different avenues.
I hear you. Chuck?
Okay.
Oh man. See, I have an idea episode for me and Mitch.
Go
About
ahead.
being parenthood, things like that. Want to hop on some podcasts with Justin. I need Justin to get on that MMA podcast so I can hear some recklessness. Gotta hop on one with Jacob for sure. Want to hop in more on the anime ones now that I've actually been catching up. I told you already kind of about my idea for trying to grow the gaming section of the L7C, especially once NCAA football comes out. Try to get everybody to hop in on a online dynasty so everyone controls their own team and stuff. And then just promote UFC more, and then grow in combat sports in general. Talk more about boxing. Got a lot of fights coming up here soon. And then just expand in general by just promoting a lot of the stuff. I think that's a big piece because that's what helps us grow. Just pushing stuff out there to everybody.
Jacob? You're muted.
Keep it that way.
Fuck you, Mitch.
Good hostility.
Let's see. Shit for next year. I want to get on a podcast with Chuck because he's the most consistent other person I will listen to on the L7C. Let's see. Other shit. I want to do a live. I know we talked about this before. I'm gonna do like a live pay-per-view podcast with all of us just talking shit the whole time. So I feel like that'd be great. The one big thing we've been talking about is actually getting interviewing a wrestler, which we have a list. It's going to happen next year. It's going to be the most listened to podcast of all time.
Jacob is working on that. I can't confirm. He has been reaching. He's been reaching.
Other than that, I don't know. Get my wife Hannah on more often, I guess.
Good
Yeah,
calls.
we have to do the Dragon Ball Z abridged episode eventually. That has to happen.
Oh my God, Chuck! Really?
Oh, hell yeah,
Well, enjoy
Chuck.
it while it lasts, man. You ain't keeping
I was
it
gonna say
next
that's the
month.
only thing you got left right now.
Until the end of January, then that's gone too.
Wait,
It ain't leaving.
who? Huh? Someone's taking the belt. At
Oh,
Royal
Chuck's
Rumble?
he's losing.
To who?
Me.
Ooh,
Who said
Chelsea.
Chelsea, okay.
Chelsea's like so giddy back there. She's like, yeah, I said it.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
I like it. Well, actually, Chelsea, what are your individual goals?
To be able to actually open a podcast without freaking out. You know, like hey, this is the L7C. You're on with me. I hate myself.
Yeah, so you want to
Do
do
an
an
intro.
intro.
Yeah, I want to do it and not be a
Yeah.
spaz. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why don't you try it right now?
Did you not just hear me?
Yeah, well, no, but anyway.
You got
Better
promo.
than
Like-
Usos.
Yeah. It was sweet and straight to the point. Not going off on a tangent. Oh, so.
It's probably best. Just keep it nice and smooth.
Dude, if you need someone to stall for time and fill time, Osa's your guy.
Oh, yeah, I can waste so much time.
You just keep running your mouth.
I mean, Mitch, I will say, Mitch, you have improved. The complaints I've gotten from Byron and Justin have lowered on your wasting timeness on your podcast.
Actually, let me ask a question for the editors here, because I did this in one podcast, and I don't know, like, I legitimately don't know if you like this, if you hate this, or you're indifferent, but, like, since these podcasts are recorded and they're not live like this one, like, if I go and just fuck up and just can't get words out of my mouth, like, I have actually, like, in the middle of the podcast, just stopped talking for, like, 3 seconds, and then I'm like, hey, Justin, Byron, delete that shit. It was stupid. And then from there I like start over. Like, you guys like that? Hate that? I mean, obviously I'm trying to avoid doing that, but like, you guys.
I think
Kind
they
of
like
the last
it.
time you did that.
Well, thank you. I work at it. I work hard, man.
I mean, you've gotten better at not umming so much.
It's fine. When I cut it up, no one's gonna know anyway.
Yeah.
It's better than Devo.
Oh, boy. Hey, he was in the top 10 this year.
I listened to some of his episodes, and I literally just was like, I see exactly what they're talking about. This is after they edit.
Yeah, some of those are hard to edit out of Devo's podcast. I tried.
Do it too much.
You wouldn't
It
think
just
that
gets
he would
left
have
in.
ums, though. Like, being a PR guy, you would think that, like, he would just
Oh,
fly through what he had to say.
I thought about this. If you listen to everyone's podcast, is how the conversation goes. Debo's and Martin's dynamic is actually extremely interesting because with most of the times Martin has like questions and set topics. With Debo, Martin has questions, but then Debo has questions. And I was like, listen, I was like, wait, this is different.
I'm just a moderator, dude. I'm just trying to
Well,
move the
not
shit along.
his, not
I
his.
know.
Like, he
I
charged
try and
me
move the
$5.
shit
He's
along.
like, thanks for your question. Well, now I got some questions for you. So let's go down this. Like, I was like, man,
Martin's
this is like
just here
the
to
job
fill a
interview
spot.
from like Step Brothers.
I'll say he gives takes on my NFL pod.
Who?
You.
Because some of your shit is ass, dude. Like, some of your shit is really bad, and it gets me mad.
Oh
my God.
That playoff one got me hot, and that was the first one of the year.
What about Tampa not making it? Shit, they were in that trash division. I would have been right.
God. Bro,
I
you
mean, they do have like a shitty ass record right now. It was supposed to be the Saints that stops them, but they fucking.
Oh, y'all are
That pick
trash.
was trash.
Yeah,
That
y'all
one
are
sucked.
trash.
That sucked.
I can't even
Bucks
rebuttal
one.
because
Shit.
we are
Hindsight
trash.
2020. That shit. That's looking good.
AFC West made us look like idiots on our own. Mitch, fuck the Chargers, dude. Y'all suck too. And the Raiders.
Everyone
least
got
they're
that
still in the hunt.
division wrong. It's okay. It's okay.
But I was gonna ask for Byron and Justin, when you guys are editing, what, 10 to 20 people and sometimes coming in like episodes and stuff, who's the easiest to edit? And you can't say your own.
Andrea.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you the less and it's just really easy to edit.
Interesting. I feel okay. Obviously, this is call back to earlier about how I don't listen to much of anything else. I don't even listen to myself. Number one, but
Man, you could have been number one if you listened to yourself.
that's a little wrong. Yeah, no. The last podcast I listened to was, since I, recorded my portion of the end of year separately last year. I went ahead and listened to the end of year recap on one of my drives back to San Antonio from home. So, yeah, that was the last podcast I listened to.
Justin, who's the easiest for you?
God, who's the easiest?
Because you do the big ones, man. You've done 3, 4, 5, 6 people.
First of all, if it's more than 4 people, it's just ass. Like, that's just doing that's just terrible. Can't be Cedric. Cedric will cough on that shit. Nikki has a shitty mic, so that sometimes that is fucked up.
You asked who's the easiest, not who you compare.
I know.
Dude, the list is hard.
I'm saying, like,
He's
if
stacking it up.
Oh my God.
If you want fucking screen. Either shit or get off the pot. Come on.
I haven't done one for Chuck in a while. Chuck's not bad. His are short typically.
That's not bad. That's true.
And Jacob and Martin have a nice free flowing conversation on wrestling. So that one's pretty easy. I'm just listening. I'm not really cutting shit out while I'm doing that one. So,
Mitch, when you coming on a wrestling one?
Bro,
do you really want him on there?
Mitch talks shit about Jacob about wrestling. Because, hey, Jacob, Mitch actually is offended that you don't do the pick'em with us, but you do it with, like, your own friends.
Yeah,
That's a little fucked up. What the fuck going on?
How are you our expert and you can't win our own belt?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just figure I'm going to win it every time, so it's just going to be nice and easy for you guys.
You filled out a sheet for Cooper, and he got his ass kicked.
Wait, that was your sheet?
I asked him a couple questions on it, but I was like, I'll give you credit in case Cooper does well. But he didn't do well, so... Yeah.
Hey, at least Cooper's never coming last.
Well,
That's true. Yeah. Somehow Cooper is smart as shit. Doesn't make sense.
Always
He didn't
fills
get it
out
from
the
me.
sheet to its completion too. Never misses a spot. No, he doesn't.
I'm just saying, Jacob, you're a wrestling expert. You're supposed to be giving us the knowledge, and you've cost Oso up on that title a couple times last year.
Oh man, that just hurts my soul. Fuck, I cost Mitch the title. Oh damn. Yeah.
Well, Justin, I can't wait to have you back in wrestling, though, for the Rumble and WrestleMania, all that stuff.
Yeah, I'll be around.
And then,
I hope
so...
Goldberg's back.
No, he's not coming back. He's not coming
Oh,
back.
I actually just had an idea.
Oh.
I don't know. Talking about, we have a lot of people covering various sports, and I wonder if it would be feasible to do like some sort of swap. Like we try to talk about each other's sports and see who does the best.
That's
and
a
see
that's
which
a
sport is
good
the
one.
easiest to talk about, which one's the hardest to talk about if you're not an expert.
I like that.
It's a good
I'll
idea.
tell you, if you want me to set the L7C like back like 3 years, yeah.
We didn't even
Let me
exist.
try to talk gymnastics.
Wait, hold on. Like, what are you going to say that's going to be that bad?
Oh, he's probably going to talk about Olivia Dunn or whatever her name is, the whole podcast.
Oh, her NIL.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just know that I don't know damn shit. So people would be like, this guy's an idiot. Oh, Anchor app, delete.
Yes, because they're listening to us on the Anchor.
They put in the title. Beginner.
This guy's so bad that I
analyzing
deleted YouTube.
gymnastics. So
Sarah,
that way
how would you
everybody knows
wanna-
It's gonna be hilarious.
How would you want to pick that? Would you want to do like a randomized thing?
I don't know. I don't know. I think we would either have to do like a randomized thing, or maybe like the person could nominate somebody else or like challenge somebody else.
Keep that goal for 2023. I like
God,
that
this
one.
is like an ice bucket challenge.
I like that. I like that.
Dominate.
So you'd have to talk about a sport you don't know very well, or donate $20 to a charity. Of your
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know anything about that either, so I'm just screwed.
Oh, Justin, Chelsea actually brought this up for the Super Bowl. Chelsea doesn't give a shit about the game,
No.
but she wants to do the podcast with you about the halftime show.
Yeah.
Since she is a big Rihanna fan, and she wants to analyze the halftime show while you analyze the game.
I think it'd be funny.
Fuck that. I'll analyze the halftime show. Rihanna, that's a great one.
Chelsea and Justin, you guys could do like a joint podcast over the halftime show and like the gambling aspect of it. Like, like does this person sing for this long?
Oh.
Or does a playlist of songs, or like the beginning of how long is the national anthem or whatever hoopla shit. Or
Yeah.
you do that.
Didn't you
I
want
like
to ask about
analyzing the halftime show better.
Yeah. Let's talk about the halftime show. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Do you have other things you wanted to ask Justin about?
Oh, okay. So you know the Browns player who was on the team and then got demoted, and he's now on the practice team, and his wife is super famous, Allison Cooch, from TikTok. Do you care about that? I don't know. Isa Rochelle, something.
Who's the player?
Isaiah Rochelle.
Yeah, him. We should talk about that and like football wives and like their impact on the game. I think that would be interesting.
He ain't even know his wife.
How do you not know about the wives? Like,
You gotta get Carly in on that.
Olympic
She's-
thing.
Oh, Patrick
Yeah.
wanted to make sure you knew that he knows that guy.
Break down this fans' pass blocking form in the
What's
stadium
happening?
here at MetLife over this last weekend. What do you
Someone turn your TV
What
off.
the fuck is that?
That's not me.
hello?
That's
up.
Nikki.
My bad.
Y'all know
My
who's
mic
about
was
to
muted
become
for the
a
longest time.
NFL
Well,
player.
Patrick
Wait,
said
wait,
he
wait,
knows.
Chelsea. I got a question for Chelsea.
Yeah.
What TLC shows you watch?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
So I don't actively watch them. Please keep that in mind. But I really like My 600-Pound Life.
Oh
That's
no.
Martin's show right there.
It's
yeah.
so good.
I'm just a moderator.
I'm
I'm just a. I do
Is
one.
it?
I
Yeah.
do one thing, and that's Batman. I stay away from.
And then
just a moderator.
obviously Say Yes to the Dress because that's a
Oh,
classic.
yes, absolutely. Say
Love
yes,
it.
Yes, for sure.
Obsessed. And I honest to God have never watched an episode, but I feel like I have because of everything that's on TikTok right now. Sister Wives. There's so much drama happening that I want to watch the show. Like
I was
it's-
hoping you would say 90 Day. Get a 90 Day
I love
fiance.
it.
Oh,
pod
God.
going.
Sign me that up. I love that show.
Are y'all hip to Love After Lockup? That's the that one.
Yeah.
Speaking
No.
if we, that's a
That's
whole
not on
other.
TLC, but that one's on Wii.
No.
Oh my god, that show's crazy.
Justin brings up a good point with that. There's a whole other avenue where there's a lot of people on here who could do combination things. Courtney brought up the thing for the people who watch. Too Hot to Handle is back. It came back today, so that's a thing. I know Andrea, Chelsea, and now Byron too. Bridgerton. When that comes back, you guys can talk about Bridgerton. I mean,
Talk
there's
about more
Love
TV
to.
shows.
yeah,
Reality
more TV shows. That is a
Yeah.
whole other avenue that we can hit on this because there's a lot of different shows that people watch here. And Chelsea, you can lead that. You and Andrea.
Oh, I love TV. It's so great. I live for
Sarah,
it.
what were you trying to say about NFL wives again? thought I
Oh
heard
no! It was just a fun fact. Y'all know who's about to become an NFL wife?
Who? Me?
Simone Biles.
Yeah, she is.
she
Yeah.
Why'd you say
Very
you?
young
I don't know.
captain.
wait, your dude's in the NFL now?
No.
Bro, Cap, no. No, but that's a good. I really love that reality, like the show stuff, and then like that sports swap. Those are really good, really good ideas for next year.
Martin, you know what? Hold on, I gotta take a step back. Martin, what are your goals for
Ooh,
the
that's a
L7C?
good
That's a good one.
question.
All we've done is sit here and talk about ourselves and whatnot. What about you?
Yeah,
Head of the
Martin.
table.
I can break down your You're in 100% of the episodes.
Most
That is
listened
true.
to members of the average person.
Get someone else to be a moderator. Gotcha.
Oh, Mitch, I mean, your tryout wasn't stellar. But
It really wasn't. I'm being objective.
No, you're being an a-hole.
maybe we'll give you
I
another
mean,
trial.
the
You
fact
can
that
do the
have, like, a
outro.
prep beforehand, like, so what should I say? And then you went in there. I was like, just say the same thing I say every time.
Hey man, that was pretty impromptu and it was pretty damn good on the fly there. So hold the applause. I get you.
So I
You
guess
know the tomatoes.
my goals would to try and ask all of you during our stuff more like thought-provoking questions. I feel like I do, but I want to like ask more and I guess better ones to really get conversations going so that they're all more like free flowing and stuff like that. I feel like with the people I've done these a lot with, like, I mean, me and Mitch have our stuff, me and Jacob, I mean, me, Cedric Byron, like me and Justin. Like, I feel like, and me and Andrea as well, especially this year, like, I feel like we have, like, our thing. And then, like, improving in the stuff with, like, the new people with, like, I mean, I've known Chelsea for, like, X amount of years. So it's, like, doing it with her is easy, doing it with Sarah is easy. And then making it in a way that for people that it's still super comfortable, that you forget that we're being recorded and that X amount of countries listen to this, that you just focus on us talking. Like, I want to get better at that. And man, I guess that's really it. I mean, just getting better at those type of things. And
Wait, so I have to interject there. You want us to act like there's not other countries listening into us.
Well, that adds to some people's nerves. I know you don't give a shit.
No,
No,
no. There's some people. Remember, the world is listening, please and thank you. Chuck.
Like if I went on every podcast with like Andrea, and before I hit record, I was like, Andrea, remember that 90s countries listen to this shit. She'd be like,
What?
see, exactly. If I did that with Chelsea, she would do the same thing.
It wouldn't happen.
Wow.
I'd just be like, nope, not tonight. Thanks though. Bye.
Thanks for the info.
She just like walks out the door.
Get out of my house. The cats
Not
say
tonight,
bye.
no.
And I think the biggest, and also my biggest thing, which this was something that Courtney said when we first started this stuff, is that no matter how big or small that we are, we're someone's best part of their day when we have an episode out. So I do remember that when she first said that 2 years ago. So always putting the most effort into our things, because sometimes when we put these out, we're like, oh, no one's going to listen to these. And then we see like the listens go up, new countries, like all these things on YouTube. There's a reason our YouTube jumped from 48 to 184 in a year.
True.
And there's a reason that our listens went up over 2,500 in a year. So people are listening to our stuff. And like the biggest goal, and again, Justin and Jacob hit it, is we just need to have that one episode that's like supremely advertised and just goes around, and then and then like, because all it takes is one, and then our whole like thing changes. But I think we're doing great. It's just gotta keep grinding.
I like that.
Who shits in the background?
Right.
I was gonna say Nikki again.
Speaking of, oh.
I want to see your word.
Speaking of things,
Jabroni.
Mitch, has your son recovered by getting sunk by Chuck's daughter?
Excuse me.
He's perfectly fine, man.
Okay.
He's already lifting weights. He's already getting He ain't taking that baby talk anymore. Nope. He's
Oh.
full blown out sentences, talking shit.
Okay.
Ready to go.
I mean, I also wish that we could see comments on like the podcast like stuff. We can only see them when they're posted on YouTube, because I do want to hear. Like, I wish I could see like what these other people are thinking when these episodes come out, because like that college football one, Mitch, you were mad, and I just wanted people to be like, man, what the hell is this guy talking about? Or stuff like when Andrea like talks how like if they listen to Andrea's first episodes where she was like rated G, to then her episodes now where she's throwing F-bombs literally every 2 seconds, like, oh, she's gotten comfortable. So
If that isn't the actual progression of levels of friendship with me, I don't know what it is.
so but I do appreciate everyone taking the time and like doing their episodes and doing that, because I mean we can't do this without y'all. So
Is Andrea's podcast like? Does it have like the explicit symbol on it, like mine does?
there's no one on here who doesn't have explicit except for Sarah.
It's really?
Sarah, you don't cuss like that. You don't cuss enough to meet the FCCS guidelines.
Oh, okay. I thought, well, if anybody remembers me from college, like I have like loosened up a lot.
Oh no, you don't. You do not. Jacob is cussamania. Mitch, when he gets angry, he gets in there. Byron, anytime DC does something wrong, he gets mad. Anytime we talk about Sasuke or Naruto, Cedric has some words. And then Justin, no comment. So, like, I don't know if Justin says any.
Almost a whole month of no Sasuke slander.
You did.
You did.
Chelsea, you cuss, but it's not as bad, but it's still like
It's questionable.
it's enough. I mean, it's enough.
I already know I be saying some bullshit.
Oh, Justin, we know. Some of like the first couple sentences you say, I'm like, oh my! I'm already just clicking the E sign on the thing before the episode's made. I don't even wait for you. I already have pre-made NFL E explicit.
Oh yeah.
Because you just go. All right.
There, if we did that math like podcast, I guarantee I'd drop an F-bomb somewhere in there.
Oh my goodness! Like I would too. Like math is some serious.
I mean,
shit.
mathematics
Like
is the reason why I drank. So just
I did actually. The only shot I took before I was 21 was after an abstract algebra final.
Your first shot was before you were
fuck that
21.
class.
That's why you don't have the explicit
Algebra.
thing on your thing. See?
Cedric, that's the one I failed.
I know.
We-
Wait, why does that give her the explicit? My first shot wasn't until I was almost 22.
Well, and Andrea, you've progressed far since then, so let's just keep it going.
Wow, you good individual, good human beings.
So real quick before we each all do our closing stuff, and you guys are just gonna shout these out. What was your favorite podcast to do or listen to in 2022?
My favorite
Astrology.
Hey!
All right.
That was rude as fuck. Cut off Byron, but okay.
You should have talked faster.
Oh, we know
Fair
that ain't no.
Fair enough.
Byron takes his time.
I was gonna say my favorite podcast to be on was that Black History Month one because that's one I wanted to do this year, so I'm glad we got to do that. So that was
Oh, shout out to
my
that
favorite
one.
to be on.
And shout out to the women taking over March. That was the month we had the most women podcasts because almost every woman on our thing had an individual podcast about Women's History Month. So good call, Byron. Any other favorites ones you did or listened to?
I also liked the one editing the Dragon Ball superhero movie one. That was good.
I like
Anyone else?
I
Jake.
mean, I love doing the SummerSlam one was probably my favorite one that we did. Just because Byron's like, dude, Brock Lesnar came out on a tractor. I'm like, that motherfucker came out on an International Harvester. Fucking I-90. And I was so happy. I was like, dude, I can drop some tractor knowledge right now. But also getting my wife on, that was big. So I was happy about that.
Andrew. I'm just going to go through them now.
So I already outed myself that the only one I've basically listened to this year was the end of year from last year. And I really enjoyed listening to it. I know by default, but just the way y'all interact with each other is hilarious and super entertaining to watch, especially since I think this is my first time directly being in the same conversation as Mitch. I haven't talked to Chuck in over a year. Justin, probably same. And this is my first time in a conversation and meeting Sarah. Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi.
And Jacob, I know I follow you on Instagram, but again, I've never spoken with you or seen you through Zoom, I guess, or even in person. But the dynamic that y'all have since y'all have known each other for so long is amazing, and it's also really encouraging that even though I was very new last year, it was pretty easy to blend into the group, at least in certain aspects. Y'all blow me out of the water with NFL. I know technically my comment about the Cowboys landed, but I mean, I'm in Cowboys Nation as the lone Packers fan, which they aren't doing too well this year. I will own that. But I really appreciate it, being able to, and I will make that another goal for myself, is to listen to more of the podcast. That it's just so entertaining to listen to you guys. And my favorite one, I think, to do would be between the Roe v. Wade for this year and the one that Martin and I just did. Did it just drop? It did.
It came out the 17th. Dobby's special.
Right. So after the cutoff, but I mean, it's the Dobby's dance episode. So oh my god, that was great. And I also really had fun getting to talk to Chelsea on a podcast.
Yeah.
It was great. So.
Okay. Sarah?
Yeah, well, I had a lot of fun with the NIL podcast. It was the only collaborative podcast I did this year. Hoping to do more of those in the future, for sure. But it was just interesting getting everybody's thoughts and bouncing ideas off of each other, especially from people who cover different sports and are really familiar with different corners of the NIL world. And then just kind of outside of actual recording and stuff, one of the coolest things was during NCAA gymnastics postseason. I felt like I was constantly texting with Martin as he was also following the action and stuff, and we were comparing brackets. And that was something I never thought I'd do with Martin. So
Hey,
it was
I
really,
mean,
really fun to see our moderator getting invested.
when you guys tell me things you want to talk about, I mean, I have a wife who can attest. As soon as I come back and work out, I am studying. So, Mitch, remember, if you want to moderate, you have to study other people's shit and actually know what they're talking about.
We go wing it just like I did all through college, man. Just go
Bro,
stupid.
that's why it took like 5.5 years.
Hey, D's get degrees.
Oh, damn. See, this is
Not on time.
Just saying. Nikki, what were your
Man, if you run a
favorite? Here we
marathon, man, do 2
go.
minutes. I mean,
That is true.
go.
That is true. Nikki, what was your favorite one you listened to or did?
The favorite one I listened to, I thoroughly enjoy all of the wrestling ones. I'm not gonna lie, but the
Hell
Ball
yeah.
Out from Fallout, that was a good podcast. Shout out CM Punk,
Oh. Oh.
and then obviously all our goddamn what if battles.
Which one was your favorite?
Ooh, I don't even know. That's a good question.
We'll come back to you. Mitch.
Yeah, you definitely will have to.
So the thing is I don't actually like whenever I listen to your guys' podcast, I can't actually finish them most of the time because like whenever during my day of work, like I'll have them like on here and there, but I'm always on the phone since I work in the call center for a bank. So it's like I'm always taking the next call. So I actually can't listen to people's full podcasts usually, but I guess by default I have to say Jacobs just because I do listen to him for a little bit of insight on who to pick, and then I immediately regret it all the time and like wonder why I listened to the shit. But no, I'm joking on that part. But these I mean, I listened to the Black History Month one, so that's the one I probably almost listened to in full. So I mean, what you guys put out there is way more impressive than me, to be honest with you. So I mean, you guys keep it up, and fingers crossed that I can support you guys a little bit more. So
Cedric.
unmute. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, man. My favorite podcast to listen to. As much as I ragged on this episode, honestly, I really do enjoy. I enjoyed the NBA playoff podcast with Debo. My favorite one that we've done. I also enjoyed the Roe v. Wade. I listened to all. What was it? 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I listened to all of it from start to finish. I may listen to them on my drives, like to and from Canton. So if your podcast is about an hour long, chances are that's what I'm picking because it'll fit the whole drive. But favorite one that we've done. Honestly, I liked Oso's blow up thing. I thought that was fun. It was different with our college football podcast.
Okay.
It added some spice. That's all.
We're gonna call it. Justin, you already talked about the astrology one was one of your favorite ones, but which one you were a part of?
Say that again.
Which one of the podcasts you were a part of that was one of your favorite? Because you already said that Chelsea and Andrea's one was like one of your favorite, but which one that you did that was one of your favorite?
Man, the college football one that Mitch ambushed was fun. I guess I gotta say that by default since it was just so chaotic. Just that man just coming in, just spouting bullshit. So I'll say that one.
Okay. Chuck, how about yourself?
Favorite one to listen to, definitely the Black History Month one. That was something that was also part of, which I think was good for the channel, and then also just good for the month. So I love that one. Love listening to my wife's one as well. Her and gaming, I want her to get more into that, obviously, and push that one more. Then my favorite one to do was probably the Adesanya and Pereira recap, and then also the picks for that one, because I was almost right on all of the fights except for the last one, which I kind of threw up as a 50-50. So I'm hoping next year I can get people to gamble with sports betting open up in Ohio. So
Chelsea.
I think my favorite one was the Batman one that you did.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, because I honestly had never seen a Batman movie before in my life until the one with Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz, and I truly only watched it because of those two. But yeah, I just needed to know about Batman, so I listened to yours, and that was a good one. I've almost finished it, and then I got like bored. Just it was really good, but for like a topic that I like know nothing about, it was hard to focus sometimes. And then favorite one that I've done, I don't know. I think the astrology one. I think that was a good time. Also, why is Cedric dying back there?
Because you said, "Oh, that was really good," but then I didn't listen to it because I got bored.
Like literally, that was my favorite one to listen to. I almost made it all the way through.
Well, it was just
I had better things to do in my life, so
it was just a lot of Batman all at once. It's like kind of like watching sports for me. If I get too much of it, like I can't handle it. Yeah.
Just needed to put it down and she'll pick it back up.
Yeah. I watched
while she had it.
Yeah, while I watched it, it was really good, and the movie was really good.
I'm certain she'll finish that before the year's out.
No, she won't, because that would give me a listen, and then we wouldn't be tied. And
What
like,
you
oh.
mean? Stop the counting. I was being
That's true. All right, let's go to last words, and we're gonna work our way from. So.
Wait, we still need to hear Nikki's favorite.
Oh,
What if?
go ahead. Do you have one?
Oh, you ain't getting it away.
Mike Guy and Kakashi running the ladder.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. So we are going to do last words on this end of year one. So we will start with Sarah, and then go Sarah, Nikki, Chelsea, Chuck, Justin, Mitch, Jacob, Cedric, Andrea, and then Byron will get the last word.
What about you?
I was about to say that. What about Martin?
What are your words?
Technically, I was just going off like working our way from the most listened people down and up.
Oh yeah, so you get the last word because you're on all of them.
No, technically, the only one that I'm not the moderator on, I'm 14th place. So.
Well, we count the ones that you're a moderator.
Yeah, we do. We all do. You were the only one.
No, I'm gonna have Mitchell and Chelsea both do the outro and see who's better.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, Chelsea, you got the outro.
No pressure.
Mitch do it.
Well, you don't have to do the outro is after Byron, so you'll have time to think about it. All right, well.
Then Martin, you start.
Okay. Thank you everyone for being a part of the L7C. We are not who we are without all the people on this and the people who couldn't make it. Thank you everyone who listens to us, because you literally just click on our thing, like, oh, that's interesting, and then you tell your friends about us in all the different countries. So we appreciate that, and let's just keep getting better in 2023. I mean, Mitch said double, so by next year that's 7,000 listens and 200 something-ish people on YouTube, so let's just keep it going. All right. Sarah.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, everybody, and I'm looking forward to another year of gymnastics and sports swap commentary and swearing about math with Mitch.
Hell yeah.
Nikki.
Man, shout out to all our international fans. Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome. And man, just stay tuned for 2023. We got big things cooking. Everybody in here, me included. So just wait on it.
Chelsea. This isn't the outro. So
I know, but then I got psyched out, so now I don't have anything to say. Thanks for listening. I'm excited to talk about TV and other fun things. Maybe pretend to like football for Justin, so that way when we do our podcast, it goes well. So, yeah.
Chuck.
Just thank everybody for listening. Appreciate all the support from everybody. Just look forward to the things that are coming up next year. Hoping everybody does great. Just keep on pushing.
Justin.
I'm still here. Shit. Thank you everyone for listening. Stay tuned. New wrestling pod coming out today or tomorrow or Thursday. Editing that right now.
Hell yeah.
And then we're in our top 5 most listened people. Mitchell.
Well, thank you everyone who's listening. Thank you for always listening and tuning in to everyone who contributes to the L7C. As I am now repeating this probably for the 5th time, we all appreciate it and look forward to what we're about to do next year. And if you listen to my stuff, show some love to someone else. And if you have no idea who the hell I am, I don't think I'm going to convince you otherwise to listen to me. And it's good. It's good to be here as always. So.
Jacob.
All right, so I am unmuted. All right, you know, shout out to Mitch's fans. I talked a lot of shit last year, and y'all came back with a fucking vengeance.
No, stay true to yourself. Just stop it. They don't like you.
If you would let me finish.
No.
That being said, fuck y'all for coming back with a vengeance. I'm coming back with a vengeance. Y'all keep watching your fucking podcast on your fucking YouTube, and my fans are gonna keep listening to podcasts. That's what normal people do. But yeah, I'm really excited for next year. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna have a wrestler on here, have a lot of good podcasts. So keep listening to the L7C. Don't listen to Mitch. He fucking sucks. And thank y'all.
Okay. Now we're in the top 3. Cedric.
That was a lot to take in right there.
It was great. It was great though that
It was a
him and I
roller
were
coaster.
right
It was
next to
fun.
each other. Like it wasn't like I was at the beginning and Jacob was at the end. We went right after each other. It was tough.
Of course. Thank you all listeners. We truly do appreciate the love and support. Family and friends out there, thanks for plugging us to all your networks out there. We're truly grateful. I mean, it's rare that you get to have the free time to do something that you love to do and enjoy the people that you get to do it with. So thank you for that. And just, Jacob, you told us those fans to stop watching the YouTube. You know, his stats are from the Anchor and Spotify, so they were listening. And his people
Last
listen.
year they were all fucking YouTube views, so I don't give a shit.
But now you're losing in both.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Completely irrelevant, sir.
I'm just saying.
That's exactly the whole point.
Fake news. I want to recount. This election's rigged, obviously.
What?
Oh,
It's not. You
no,
can't.
no.
What?
Anybody vote for shit?
Fucking this all off.
You want to know what I was actually thinking? We need to go around local businesses and see if they'll just broadcast all of our podcasts in the waiting rooms of like local businesses.
Oh.
Because you wanted to, like you guys were mentioning that earlier. Like, imagine being in a dentist office and having to listen to the shit that
Also,
Jacob spews out. You'll
Right
leave.
there's the reason. Right there's the reason why they won't. Because we all curse too damn much.
Except for
We're
Sarah.
not gonna be having all their children sitting there listening like, "Mommy, what does the word fuck mean?" And all this stuff. And who the hell? Like, why is that man so angry? Talking about you defending Carrie Coombs' sorry ass. But that's neither here nor there. But moving on.
Somebody will be in the office trying to get hearing aids, and they'll listen to Jacob's shit, and they'll be like, "Nah, I don't need. I'm done listening to this."
Oh
stuff.
my
I'd
god.
rather-"
Okay. Jacob, you have any retort real quick before I go to the top 2 most listened?
No, that was fucking good. I ain't gonna retort to that. That made me laugh.
Andrea.
As it's been stated multiple times before now, thank you so much. We really appreciate you taking the time to listen to us, even in the background. I promise I will join the movement and listen to everybody else in this podcast. I still won't listen to my own podcast. I just won't do it. I can't. I can't. But we really appreciate y'all. I agree with Martin, and I wish we could interact more on Spotify or Anchor or whatever podcast platform. So if y'all really would like to communicate with us, I guess that's the gentle nudge to also tune in, even just to comment on the YouTube link. So that way you can speak directly to us and we can respond, because I would adore that. I would love to be able to talk to y'all, hear your thoughts. If y'all call me out on my BS, that's fine too.
Oh, they do on Naruto. They They
The
love
thing
to
is,
come out.
listeners, be careful because if you talk shit on Twitter, I'm coming after you. Like, just so
That
you
is
know,
true.
I'm gonna take a bullet for these people and shoot 2 back at you. So just know.
Shout out to Mitch and Byron having the most viral tweets of the year, though.
Oh, what were the tweets? I remember Byron.
Byron and Mitch
Oh,
had 2
man.
viral tweets this year.
That was
Oh,
the time.
I made a GIF in regards to Devontae Adams whenever he shoved that little schmuck over after the Kansas City Raiders game in which they lost, and he got sued for that. And Randy Johnson, he was hired to be a sideline photographer, and yeah, I made a GIF out of that, and it got 700 likes on Twitter, and I was like, wow, that's the coolest I've ever been. I was class president at New Coverstown High School. Right, that's how. That just goes to show you how cool I am.
And then Byron's one was, of course, him and Vince McMahon.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, thank you guys so much. We appreciate the ability to be able to, like Cedric said, talk about things that we enjoy in our free time. And I very much enjoy knowing that somebody's out there and likes listening to our opinions. And with that, I will toss it over to our captain and number 1, Byron.
Man, everyone has said everything that I was going to say, but honestly, thank you all from the bottom of my heart for just listening to us for the last 2 years talk about the things we love. Especially me hopping on pretty much everyone's podcast because I enjoy what you guys talk about. And it's just like one big family here at the L7C. So thank you for listening to us these last 2 years. Definitely look out for 2023. We got some big things popping. We got some good things coming next year, and we're just gonna keep giving you guys content whether you like it or not.
It's valid.
Do I have to?